Good evening and welcome to the Sheila New Comedy Show. This is episode 2 of season 4, Liars, Tyrants, and the Media. I go by Jay Twiz, and I am the official announcer of the Sheila New Comedy Show. Let's keep the energy on high as we laugh our way through our 4th season. Go ahead and visit our website at SheilaNewComedyShow.com to become a sponsor, show some financial love, or purchase merch. Let's give it up for our contributing partners, which are Laurel Hill Production, Energy Yoga and Meditation, Sisak Law Group, Ron Winston Entertainment, and Fave Unite TV. Major love to Wassy Dassy Bags and Accessories, 616 Studios NYC, and Gullah from the Heart, our official sponsors. Let's take some time to celebrate our executive producers, which are Wanda Rose, Candace Murphy Sisak, and Sheila New. And let's celebrate Ronald Dillard Jr. as our associate producer. Now, let's get into the rules of engagement, which are simple and as follows. For those of you who have been invited to be on the stage, please feel free to unmute and laugh during the show. But don't forget, we are recording live, and if you break the rules, you just might become a part of the show. Without further ado, we welcome you to episode 2 of season 4, featuring our witty co-hosts, Wanda Rose and Candace Murphy Sisak, and starring the amazing, the incomparable, the hilarious, your favorite auntie, Sheila New.
Y'all ready? Hey, Candace. Hey, Wanda. I said,
Hey, Sheila.
Lord, if I mess up your name, please charge it to my head and not my heart, because that's never my intent. Hey, Ivah. Hey, S. Anybody to say S is the best, honey, because that's my name too. Hey, Star Moonlight. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. And DeAndre, hey, welcome. Hey, y'all. Happy Friday. I've been waiting on this day for a minute with all this stuff going on, so we gonna get into it. But before we do all that, I need to check in. How y'all been? How y'all been this funky September? How y'all weather been? All that good stuff. How y'all been, Wanda, Candace?
I'm doing great. I'm glad you sound a little better. How do I sound?
Come on, chime in. We gonna get this tech right, honey. Candace. Candace Murphy.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello.
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know which one this one. Okay. I'm going back on mute.
Sheila, mute your mic when we talk and see me. See, that sounds better. I think you have to mute your mic when we talk. I think
How do I sound now?
you sound better. Sheila have to mute her mic when we talk.
Okay. All right.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
And happy Friday.
I know that's right. We gonna get into it because we got a lot to say, hence the title. Okay? Liars and tyrants in the media, honey, because baby, this month of September, you might as well rip the band-aid off because I'm ready. Is you ready? Because I am definitely ready. It's been so much to talk about when it comes down to the news and what's been happening. I know everybody has been glued to their televisions, radio, however you get your information, honey. Hopefully, it ain't just on social media. Hint, hint, that y'all actually getting it from a reliable source, as reliable as it can be. So hold on one second. Let me check my stuff because I want to make sure that we is all on the same page. So let me just go by saying this, right? First of all, the views expressed by anybody on this stage or in the audience is for entertainment purposes only. Do not take what we say as gospel, tongue in cheek, honey. I am a professional comedian, and I believe that comedy and tragedy go well together. So I don't want y'all to be like, "Girl, she said," don't take it like that. Just take it with a grain of salt, and we're gonna keep it moving. So with that being said, again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I hope y'all have fun, let your hair down, relax. I hope you find some common sense in what it is that we're saying. But first and foremost, we want to break this thing down first, right? So we're going to give y'all the definitions of why we call what we're calling the show today. So everybody knows pretty much, right, what a liar is not to be defined by anything else but not telling the truth. A person who embellishes heavily. They don't want to tell it what it is. They talk around it instead of talking straight to. So we all know what that means when we talk about a liar. A tyrant, it could be a couple of different things. We know it as somebody who likes to bully. When I think of tyrant, I think of somebody who likes to bully, somebody who says, "Oh yeah, we gonna make you do this or make you do that," and tries to rule with an iron fist and don't have no regards for anybody but themselves. And y'all already know what media is, right? We are part of media, whether it's social media, whether it's a news outlet, whatever that looks like. But that's the definition. So we done broke that down for y'all and to y'all. And with that being said, I'ma let Wanda get started and see if she got anything that she would like to elaborate on when it comes down to either the liar, the tyrant, or the media. Wanda.
I think you did a great job of defining it. I think we're all learning a lot about liars and tyrants, and we have to make our own decisions about what that looks like for us. And we have to make sure that we're reading in between the lines and through the lines and make sure we're checking all the facts, which I thought was really cool in the last debate where they fact checked it during the debate. So I think it's important to fact check.
Heck yeah, I think it's important to fact check too because the little band got the whole community in Springfield, Ohio, and shout out to Ohio, period. It's a Midwestern state, so definitely shout out to y'all and unfortunately to my Haitian brothers and sisters. And if y'all have been a part of our journey since we've been here, my nephew, Will Baptiste, he is Haitian by ethnicity, and it just makes my heart sad that we would take word from somebody who's clear, who don't know what he talking about, but you want to speak on it like it's gospel. And I hadn't heard it until that night of the debate. But hey, that's what you're dealing with, and he's going to say and do and spew all the rhetoric he can in order to get people's attention one way or the other. But we're going to bypass the clown for now. Candace, what you got to say about it? Because I know you are legal ease up here as well. So I want to make sure that we step on all the toes and the corns and the bunions, honey. We might as well go ahead and call it a salad.
Thank you, Sheila. I would like to speak to the media. Liars and tyrants in media. We have to look at the media as more as a source of entertainment other than what's being reported as true. Because to me, a lot of journalists these days are trying to go for clicks and likes and comments other than reporting the news as it is. And what happens is they report the lies and we hear it so much, some of us are even questioning it. In Springfield, they said, oh, the police station had over 1,000 calls in one day. And people want to know, is it true? Is it true that the Haitian community is eating the pets. And for us to even call a normal, reasonable person to even call, it's the idea of repetitiveness. And your brain just picks and picks until finally you have to start questioning yourself. Am I being unreasonable? Wait, let me call and check. So I encourage everybody to do your due diligence, to look it up, to do what you need to do in order to ascertain the truth. Is it the truth, or is it clickbait? And that is it.
I love it. I love that you said all of that. Like, fact check your own stuff. It used to be a time where you could almost take people's word as gospel. Not anymore. We have to do what we need to do to make sure it was true. There used to be a saying that somebody, I don't know if it was a comedian or just somebody in the entertainment business, who you gonna believe me? Who you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes? So that's what I'm asking. Who we gonna believe? We got to understand that we have to dig and find out information, because when people speak, because he was 100% certain that everything that he was saying was true, when he didn't have no problem just posturing himself like this is fact. And the even sadder part is how people reacted to it, especially in Springfield, Ohio. That the community of Haitians that are there, that were asked to come there to help bolster their economy. They were asked. So they have visas to be here in the US. But these individuals now who have children, who have probably parents that are older, they opted to keep their children home from school because of the backlash. People been fighting just because of what he said. And we know how he runs, right? We have elderly people drinking bleach back when he was in office because he said that it would help with COVID. So we got to understand who the message is coming from, and we can't take anything that he says, number one, seriously, and we can't take it as true. And even when he was challenged about it, he still stood his ground and said that was the truth. And that's the scary part about it. And that's the scary part about a liar. A liar believes the BS that they spew to be gospel. So we got to be careful and consider the source, who you listening to. And then sometimes you have to question yourself, why am I even listening to this rhetoric in the first place? So we got to make sure that we keep our eyes and ears open and fact check. Ain't nothing wrong with having conversation with people as long as everybody can be civil. But if you're trying to talk to me from a standpoint where you're trying to convince me to believe that this BS that he's saying is true, I pass, and I'm a chalk up the deuces real quick because ain't nobody got time for that. Wanda, what else you got?
The debate was pretty exciting, I think, on both parts. I think both parties did a decent job, better than I expected for one person. But I think we have to hold both people who are on the debate stage accountable. And I gave the overall debate, I gave it about an 8. I thought it was one of the better debates I've seen in politics. So I don't know what you or Candace thought about it.
Go ahead, Candace.
I thought it was a very good debate. I felt that both candidates dodged the questions a little bit, but I think it was an excellent lesson, a lesson in how to win a debate and goad your opponent and take your opponent off of their game. It was indicative of a chess match. And I think it was played excellently by Harris. But I do think that both of them could have done a better job of answering the questions of the moderators.
I'm a second that. I 100% agree with you on that. I think it was a great spirited debate. I think she did exactly what she came out to do, especially with her background of being in law and being for the people. I know that she knows how to bait individuals, and so we could see When he fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, he definitely showed his true colors on the debate stage. But again, I agree with you, Candace, as far as I believe that a lot of the questions that were asked, especially when it came down to the economy and what your plans are about what we're dealing with right here, right now, weren't answered in its totality. And for me, especially being a working person, still having a child that I am 100% responsible for, that's what I'm listening for, right? I want to understand how you going to put some more money in my pocket. I don't care about the $1 billion people who don't get taxed or however they get taxed. How you going to help me keep more of my money and then make opportunities beyond that? So I think you need to have, I would like to see the town hall type of situation where you get some real people like us that can fire off questions and not just, I don't want sound bites. I don't want things that rhyme. I ain't into nursery rhymes like that. Haven't been in a long time. I don't want to know about no hickory, no dickory, or no dock. I want straight with no chaser. I want you to be able to tell me what I need to know, and then you got to deliver it in such a way that I believe that you're going to actually do what you say, not just to say it because you want my what? My VOTE. We ain't playing that either. Go ahead. What else we got?
I I'm looking forward to another debate, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Do y'all think there's gonna be another debate?
He said, hell no.
He flip flops, but I don't know. I If I was him, I would say yes. If I was her, I would say no.
You would say no. I think I'm hoping there's another debate, at least one more debate, just to see how we progress. If there's more information we can get from both candidates, it would be good to see them on stage. But I won't hold my breath that there'll be another debate.
You have to remember something. How she's perceived could change with another debate. And to me, she came across, the perception of how she came across was very calm, very on top of the game. I don't know if she would have anything else to gain from an additional debate. That's why I think she should say no. If she says yes and then something happens and he actually prepares for the debate and he's able to master her emotions, then I think she has a lot to lose. So I would say she shouldn't want one, but he should want one. What you think, Sheila?
I think we too damn close to November. And I think that she need to keep doing what she doing right now. Just hit the campaign trail, talk to the people. You had your one and done. We already know how he get down. You can even take the last time that he actually debated Biden and you can roll that into he has two to her one, but right now I think she's doing exactly what she needs to do. Go, I mean, I'm still in Michigan right now, and I promise on everything, I'm tired of both of them coming up here. I understand that we one of the battleground states, but ooh, child, I'm so tired of y'all coming because y'all make traffic go crazy. People be doing too much. It's just too much going on. Stay from up here. Go visit some other place. You got 49 other states outside of this one that's shaped like a mitten to go visit. You done said a lot. We understand. We watch all the news and can ascertain what it is that we need to just speak more about your policies and things that you intend to do once you're elected. And this go for both of them. And again, we not telling y'all how to vote, who to vote for. Hell, you can write your own name on the ballot if you want to and circle it if it make you feel better. All I'm saying is you already know what's at risk. You already know what's at stake. It's a whole lot of people that fought, bled, and died for this opportunity. Just take advantage of the opportunity. That's all I'm going to say when it comes down to the parlor and the ticks. Okay, that's all I got because we got some more stuff to talk about and I'm ready. Go ahead, Wanda. You got anything else to say about the debate and who won? And if you want to say another one, or shall we move on? If you're talking, Wanda, I can't hear you.
Well, I'm just excited that we have a woman running for president, and I think she's doing an excellent job so far.
Yes, indeed. Let's get it. Let's go. I said I'm not messing with you today. But look, I want to talk about this part because it's the media, and I'll do my synopsis at the end, but I want to touch on it. Okay, if y'all are familiar with Clubhouse, if you touch your picture, it'll be a little box that pops up, right? And y'all can show like little emojis and things of that nature. So by show of hands or whatever y'all want to use, see, I'm gonna use this because this applies for me right now. How many heard about Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shay, and all the things? Have y'all heard what happened? Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear what happened? And how his team tried to sweep it? Did y'all hear? Wanda, Candace, did y'all hear about it?
I heard about it.
I definitely heard about it. I think everybody heard about it. Even if you couldn't hear, you heard about it.
Right.
And baby, all I'ma say is when it come down to it, that he a grown man and he was doing grown man stuff and handle his business. But I would just say this and not to just take it because baby, I could take this on so many different directions. Number one, I was impressed. Okay, so that's just my business. Okay, my business. Number two, he is a grown man and he handled his business. And one thing that I can say is that he owned his ish. Okay. Any man that stand on business and can own their stuff, I ain't never mad at that. It happened. He doing what he had to do. He said what he had to say. I absolutely loved it. I think it was a beautiful thing. I think it was even cute to a little degree that he was a little embarrassed because he didn't understand why his phone was blowing up because people was trying to get him off of that live, honey. And before you be throwing phones and stuff like that, turn it off first. Okay? That would be my advice to you.
Yeah, that would be a good thing. Before we get more into the media, we wanted to talk about somebody has a book they've written, and we wanted to talk about it.
So I'm gonna get into it with you real quick. So I want to know, and I'm gonna mute it so we can hear you really well. Gullah from the Heart. Tell me where that came from and what made you want to write it.
So, Gullah from the Heart is okay. I am from Charleston, South Carolina, and we are definitely called the Geechee people. So, everything from I want to say the coast of Florida, Jacksonville area, down through Beaufort, South Carolina, to North Carolina. We are those rice eating, seafood eating Gullah people. So I decided to write the book when my kids when they went off to college, and then they would call home, "Ma, how do you cook this? How do you cook that?" So I started just like writing recipes down or texting it to them. And I was like, you know what? Hey, why don't I just put this in a book? But and it had challenges and what did I actually want to do and say in the book, because hey, everybody has a cookbook. So I just threw in some little stories of my childhood, being out in the country. Even though I was born and raised in the city part, we went out to the country to my grandma's house, uh, like weekends and holidays and things. And so I just decided to put a little story in with it, along with some hand painted pictures from my oldest sibling, my oldest brother. He is a local artist here in our city. So that's how the book got out and started.
That's amazing. I love that. I love the fact that your children reached back because number one, that lets me know that you know what you're doing in the kitchen, first and foremost. Number two, They was hungry and they craved something from home, honey. And who else
Yes.
better to call than your mama? And my oldest is here in the room today too. So I've received a few of those calls myself. Ma, remember when you made such and such? And how'd you do that again? And what do I do? And what do I need to buy? And this, but it never dawned on me to write it down because I'm not sure with you, but like with me, I can make the same thing, but I'll use the same ingredients, but I might try something different. Yeah, it may be modified, but it's still good. Let's not get twisted because I'm a thick
Right.
sister. I like to eat. And everything
Exactly.
you said, I was my hips and everything was happy, honey. I was like, yes, Lord.
Yes.
She's speaking my language. But it's a beautiful thing that number one, that you had the foresight to say, let me write it down for them. But now you coupled it and you added more to it. And you're right, everybody has a cookbook, right?
Right.
But you added more because you added personal stories. And we all can relate, especially me, when you spoke about your grandmother, because that's who taught me how to cook,
Mhm.
right? I stayed in the kitchen with her when all my other cousins and whomever were outside playing tag or whatever they was doing. I knew that being in the kitchen with her not only meant that I got to spend some quality time with her, but I also got to be able to taste test stuff too because she would always
Yes.
add. So I'm gonna be in there. I want to lick the spoon because she made a lot
Yes.
of stuff from scratch, honey. So I was in there while they was outside sweating, nasty, and stinking,
Yes.
honey. I was
Yes.
close to her bosom trying to get here. Like,
Exactly.
what we making today? So
What we
I love
doing?
that. Yes, but I love that you incorporated stories, and I heard what I heard, and I love that you incorporated your brother's artwork too. So to me, that says this is a family thing. So I want y'all, number one, y'all follow her for sure on this platform. We believe in support, and I would like to say from my lips to your ears, thank you for being a sponsor of the Sheila New Comedy Show. I appreciate that. Thank you
You're
for being here this
welcome.
evening. And y'all go buy her book. Wanda, you got anything? Because she from your hometown, South Kakalaka is in the
Yes. Yes.
building.
So I just want to know, what's your favorite recipe in the book?
To be honest, all of them.
I know that's
Because I like
right.
to eat, honey. I like, listen, eating is love. Eating is when we're together as in my family, like we and Wanda, like we get in there and we will cook, laugh, entertain each other, and listen. The dinner table is nothing but love, laughter, fun. So I'm like, Gullah from the heart is putting your heart into everything that you cook, spreading it out on the table, and make as when everybody is home and you just having a good time. It's just Gullah love. That's just how my family show Gullah love. So I love all the recipes, but if I had to choose one, I think it would be the gumbo, the seafood gumbo.
I love it. Now, let me ask you this question.
Hmm.
So, to a person who is a novice, who
Hmm.
may not really be real good in the kitchen, they might know how to do a little something. Boil some water, put an egg in there, and know how to time it just right. But would you recommend this cookbook for a person who is not like what you would consider an expert, quote unquote, or is it for everybody?
It's definitely for everyone. Now, I am the type of person I always say some people's cookbook will say put in this amount of salt, this amount of pepper. My cookbook says season to your taste because you may not like it exactly like how I made it. It might be too salty. It may not have enough salt. But if you're cooking to season to your family's taste, this cookbook is for everyone and definitely for the I won't say non-cooking people, but if you're not good in the kitchen, hey, take that cookbook, look at it, change some things, add some things, and I even say it in the book, add onions, take onions out, add peppers, take peppers out. It's really looking at the recipes and making it your own, making it from your heart.
I love that. And absolutely. And that's just anytime, anything that you do, whether
Hmm.
you're in the kitchen, you can make the same thing all the time, but you may try something different,
Different.
or
Hmm.
you may modify it because of dietary restrictions, even. So you have to, like you said, make it your own. You'll know what works for you. And if you make it one time and it don't turn out, don't mean that you just throw the whole thing away. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It just means
Right.
that you go back and you try again, because that's what cooking is. We don't always get it perfected the first time.
The first.
You got to continue to cook and be in the kitchen. You got to try it as many times as it takes until you perfect the recipe that you want for yourself and your family. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. And just a FYI, y'all, this is we getting close to tis the season to be fat, jolly, and happy, and to be around the table and to laugh and sing and all those things, honey. So make sure y'all pick up the cookbook now. Tell us where we can purchase this cookbook.
You can go to my website, which is Gullah from the Heart, and click on the link, purchase from through there, or you can go to Amazon.com and look for and it's Gullah from the Heart, and purchase it through Amazon.
Thank you so much. And Wanda, if you could, you put it in the chat too. So then that way, while y'all here, if y'all come back to listen to the replays and y'all stomach seem to be touching y'all back, and y'all be saying, "What she say again?" We can have the link it again,
Yes.
honey.
Well,
Go
just
to
to add,
And
Amazon.com and get it. Go ahead, Wanda. What you
just to
got?
add, if you go to our link, it's also on our website as well.
Okay, then well,
So if you
click,
click
click,
on the
click.
website,
Let's
it'll
get
take
it.
you to the website where you can buy the book.
Yay! See, so
and
y'all got a whole bunch of ways. Go ahead, Ivah.
And also, the book gives you the recipe. Like I said, gala good, which means it will give you that recipe with the neck bones and the pigtails and all the good fixings. It gives you the recipe lean if you prefer a leaner meat like turkey meat or bouillon cubes. And also, it gives you the recipe vegan style. And all of these recipes are from my kitchen. So I'm not saying that this is the holy Bible of it, but it comes from the heart of my kitchen. So these are the ingredients I use in most of the recipes.
I love it. And I love it that you reiterated that again, make it your own and you can modify it, because I know a lot of people are into a healthier choice, whether it's your protein, whatever that looks like for you. Again, like you said, you can make it be a vegan option if that's what you into. Because I know it's a lot of things. Because you almost lost me when you said the pork, but when you said turkey, I turned back around. Cause I took pork out my diet a long, long time ago.
Yes.
But yeah, but I get that, and it's a beautiful thing. Y'all pick it up, support us, support her. Supporting her means that she supports. So we are supporting each other, and this is something that we love to promote. So y'all make sure that y'all do all those things and get it. Gullah from the heart, honey. I love it. I can't wait. I'm definitely gonna go online and purchase the book for myself
Thank
so
you.
that I can have it. Absolutely. We say, I tell people you can either be a sayer or a doer, honey. And I believe in doing and not just saying. So, and I like to eat, honey. So I ain't ashamed to be in nobody's kitchen with a good book, honey, and some art. And me and my baby, we'd be throwing down. So make sure that I a copy, and depending on who naughty and who nice this season, honey, y'all might get a little something in y'all stocking. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, Candace, Wanda.
Yes, I
And
already
pick
have the
up
book,
the
so
ebook or the book because it is in the ebook form as well.
Okay, you is cooking on all cylinders. See, y'all ain't even gotta wait for Amazon to do no delivery. Y'all can get it straight to
Yeah.
your devices. Okay, so that's even better. So make sure again y'all support, give her a follow. Definitely, I'ma definitely do that too. So I'ma add you now. So you have been added, and feel free to do the same. And y'all make sure y'all support, show her some love, drop some hearts for y'all. This is our sponsor. I Miss Ivah Robinson, Gullah from the heart. Y'all make sure y'all go get that book, copy today. I'm hungry just thinking about it.
Think
Wanda, what else we got talking about today?
Just shout out to Ivah, somebody else from Charleston, because I'm from Charleston as well. It's not just a cookbook; it has beautiful artwork in the book, and if you check it out and check the website out, you can also buy the art.
Oh, that's
So, I mean, I think the book is amazing, and it offers a lot. So it's not just your average cookbook, because it has beautiful stories about her childhood, and it has, again, the artwork is her brother's work is amazing.
I'm excited and thank you again so much for kicking it with it. And you welcome to hang out on stage with us. If you like, you don't have to go back down. You can stay right where you at. And anytime you feel the need to chime on in, come on in, baby, because now you are definitely a part of this beautiful family of ours. So we appreciate y'all for listening. Make sure that y'all support again. Buy the book, daggone it. They got
thank you
pictures. Some
guys.
of y'all need pictures. Say that she
Yes.
got pictures in there.
I think Candace would really enjoy the book because Candace is an amazing cook. Candace?
See, I thought that was a
Wanda
dig a
got
little
jokes.
bit. I heard it. I heard. But you know what? Speaking of Candace and food and drinks and stuff, Candace,
What?
did you pop the top on that thing yet? See,
Not yet.
see, it ain't gonna be
I'ma
no
do it.
good. It ain't
I'ma
gonna be
do it.
good.
I'ma
When
do
you
it for the next show. I'ma have a report.
Okay, Candace, because we've been waiting since the summertime. I'm thirsty. You ain't
All
popped the
right.
lid off or nothing. Lord have mercy. I can look, you just bought it because it was pretty. It's something
Ah,
to
beautiful
do.
cans, everything.
See, I'm not about to play with it. It's just too much. Wanda, is there anything else we need to go before we hit this media strike? Because I'm trying to make sure we
Well,
keep our time
I
straight.
just want to talk about what were your. There was a lot going on in the media. I just want to
It
know what's your top five.
Shannon Sharp definitely kicked it off for me. That whole debacle, especially when this team came out and said, oh no, his Instagram was hacked. And he said, no, we ain't gonna do it like that. We not gonna tell no story. We gonna make sure we tell the truth. And he came out like a MAN and he stood on his ish and he said what he had to say. So I appreciate that. That had me kicking deep in my soul, honey. Baby, I had to listen. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I listened to the recording a few times because I was like, what he say again? I said, ooh, I said, okay, Club Shay. I said, he a different species than when he doing interviews, honey. He let me know he about his business. So that was one. As you can see, I was tickled beyond tickled, honey, because baby, listen, that was it. And of course, Lord have mercy. We've been plagued with the you know who, and he got problems. Y'all already know Diddy in trouble, child. He locked up, they won't let him out. I ain't trying to listen. I don't even know if I got five, but them is definitely my top two. Candace or Wanda, what y'all got to say about Mr. Shannon? Look at how I said, and, and
Now
the
listen,
diddler.
listen. In this country, we are innocent until proven
Woo,
guilty.
all the papers saying guilty.
Now, see, that's where we come in. First of all, I want to know who did he piss off? Because there is no way they are coming after him unless he done something to somebody. So I want to say being a freak doesn't make you a criminal, but I don't have all the facts. I'm gonna call innocent until proven guilty. What you think, Wanda?
I'm with you. I'm innocent until proven guilty. There's some facts out there, but you are innocent until you go to trial, and they find you guilty.
Well, in the court of social media, they done hung that boy already, okay?
Yeah, they did.
Um, look, I said had a question. She said, did you see the video of him beating Cassie?
I said should not have anything to say because I'm not happy with what I said right now. But
Hey, can I ask you this?
Go ahead.
It seems to me I'm seeing a lot of dates 2008, 2009, 2012. It's 2023. And all of a sudden, because you got cut off, you're making these allegations. were these allegations okay? Or if what he was doing is true, is that okay for him to do it because he was giving you money? I'm not understanding why the delay in the reporting. Can you help me out with that, Wanda?
We saw. I mean, we saw what he did to Cassie, and that was definitely wrong. That was definitely wrong.
But
But
they did Bill that way too. Hello. They got Bill like that too. And Bills was older than old.
Yes.
Hell, he don't even remember. But they carted his old decrepit butt right off into the who scout, honey. They sure did. Listen, I'ma
I
say this.
also looked up
So of
something
course,
today, and I was talking to somebody, and there's somebody else who's out there who's been accused of 20 rapes, and they're running for president. And I have a problem with that.
but yes you do, because you already know why. One don't mean the other one won't. You know what I'm saying? It's just clear and not clear. That is the question. You already know what it is. One white and one nice. And we always gonna be made examples of. I'm just gonna keep it a buck across the board. But what I'm really paying attention to is now how many people moving from these high power positions. If y'all been paying attention today in the news, they was talking about it. People that are CEOs of record labels, shoe companies, and the like, they all getting ghosts and getting gone. So just like the departed Jeff Epstein, when he started exposing and all of this stuff, people start removing themselves from his circle. See, it's cool to be in the circle when ain't nobody shining the light on the circle. Now everybody shining the light on the circle, everybody got a problem. Now people want to scatter like roaches. If you was down, stay down. If you know this was a possibility that you was gonna be exposed for some freaky sneaky stuff that you ain't had no business doing, and he done cornered the market on baby oil and all the things. Y'all already know. Look, Diddy been in this ain't just happened overnight with him. He been like this for a long time. We just ain't never really heard about it. We heard like little whispers, pss, 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 pss. But now in the realm of social media and all these things, people coming out and he holding on to stuff. Why is you holding on to it? People that are psychopaths and serial killers, that's what they do too. They call them trophies, right? That they hold on to stuff because it reminds them or brings it back to remembrance. We just got to be smarter. He got to be smarter. But I think too, in his instance, when you think that you're invincible, then you don't think that no rule applies to you until it does. And now you gotta pay the price for that. But moreover than him, because he a grown man and he know better and he should do better. What saddens me most, especially being from a parent's point of view, you have children. What you thinking? You got daughters. What you thinking? Come on now. After a while, it stopped being about you a long time ago when you lay down with these women and had these children. You got to think different. You got to walk different. You got to step different. Your mind should be like, dang, I got to stop doing this, because if for any reason that the backlash happens to come out, then this just don't impact me. This impacts my family. Then all the fun and games and all the money, because obviously the prosecutors had a good enough case that it was like, oh no, he need to stay in there until we can sort this out. It ain't matter how much money, what he was willing to put up, passports and all. They said, no, we gonna leave your ass right up in China until we figure out what we need to figure out. And since you thought you was bad, we're gonna do you like Bill and Ira, and we're gonna make an example out of you too. So you can't be, as my granny would say, you done got too big for your britches. What y'all got?
I have a question.
It's serious as cancer. Who can make the average dancer hyper than a heart attack? Nobody smiling. Go ahead with yourself.
Go, Sheila. Okay, my question is, why are we working by two different sets of rules? One person is convicted, allowed to maintain itself on bail. Another person is innocent until proven guilty and denied bail. The justice system is horrible.
It's definitely broken. It's definitely broken, and that's the whole thing. But y'all already know it's a black and white situation. Y'all already know what it is. Wanda just said it. You got a person that has felony charges, been up for impeachment few times, most in any presidency in a long time. This ain't it. When Nixon got in and they impeached him, they put his ass out. But you let this dungle dong say, I want to run again. And they say, okay, we're going to put his name on the ballot because you ain't had nobody else to choose. So we're going to put him up. It don't make sense. It is broken. And that means that the lawmakers and the people who go to school, y'all beautiful individuals, y'all paid all this money to get all this expertise. I need y'all to come together as a collective and said we need to change some things because if it ain't right for one, it shouldn't be right for none. And that's my piece on that.
So y'all think you think is Diddy gonna get off?
I ain't say that now.
Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
I ain't say that now. I just think he in a nightmare situation, poor baby. I just hope he don't take. I hope he take a shower by himself and don't drop no soap. Cause I'm gonna tell you one thing that jail nor prison have, and that's baby oil. Oops.
Just
Ha
because you
ha ha
had
ha
baby
ha.
oil, 1,000 bottles, that don't mean nothing. He might just like some
Yeah,
baby
yeah, he
oil.
might like it, but they don't have it where he at right now. I'm just saying, they ain't got no baby oil up in there, baby. It's
We have
gonna be
ashy, we have
dry,
ashy skin.
dry.
We have ashy skin.
Yeah, he gonna be ashy. And them brothers up in there, look, ain't nobody. Number one, they got him in. He ain't even in prison. You ain't even graduated to the prison yet. You still in jail. But right now, he in the worst jail he could be in as a person. And even and look, I don't know who ever been locked up. If y'all have relatives locked up, I'ma raise my hand because I have had relatives that have been in prison for things that they know they asses did, so their asses had to go. Okay, it is what it is. And they know it's public record, so I ain't telling y'all nothing that y'all can't type on somebody's computer. I ain't just gonna say their name because that's their business. But I'm trying to tell you, it ain't no picnic up in there, and how they portray it in the movies, that ain't real. That's on the cut, and then everybody go home. It's a whole different set of rules. People live by something different in there. It's a different type of code. But the thing is, when you mess with children or women, and you are considered to be a predator or whatever the case, I'm not saying he is any of these things. I'm just trying to enlighten y'all up on game. Y'all, they don't make it that long in there. That's fact. Because them people, they believe, okay, yeah, I did the crime, and their crime might have been something different. But that's why they segregate the prisons the way they do, because they know that the people who mess with children or abusers of women or things like that, they try to keep them separate from the regular general population, because they know if they get in the mix, they're going to get they handed to them. So I don't know how he's faring, because you could talk a whole bunch of stuff outside when you sleeping in your nice little comfy California king and all this stuff, honey. But now you in a room that's smaller than one of your toilets in your house, and I promise you that. So he ain't comfortable. They ain't gonna make it nice for him. It's a lesson, and that's how it's supposed to be. Because it's supposed to be to put you in the mindset this ain't no place, A, where you want to be, and B, if you ever get out, you don't never want to get back. Ask Ira, and more importantly, ask Bill. They did them. Y'all seen it.
I think it's
Why
like I
isn't he in federal prison?
They ain't had no trial yet.
Okay. Because to me, isn't federal prison supposed to be better than jail?
I think prison is prison, but we can ask Martha Stewart because she had look. She came, she went in one way. When I say she the OG, I got nothing but respect. She did her time like a G. She went in. They thought they was going. She just came out and reinvented herself completely. And she said, "Yeah, it happened. She did her time." But see, that's what I'm saying. If sometimes things work out in your favor when you own your stuff, right? She owned what she did. Therefore, she was able to get a lighter sentence. She still had to go, right? She still had to go. But her sentence wasn't as long as it could have been if she was like your boy and said, "Oh, this glove don't fit." Oops, yep, I said.
And that's why some people are saying that he should just admit guilt and try to negotiate a sentence for himself. So maybe he get 15 years. But some of his allegations could lead up to life in prison.
And and that's
Right.
messed up. And the whole thing is you spent all this beautiful time, right? And time is a commodity that we cannot get back once it's spent. Just like once this day is over, we'll never see another 9/20/2024. This all after today is done. You spent all this time building yourself, your brand, developed artists, poured into your children, helped your mother, helped schools, helped whomever. It's probably some things on the philanthropist level that we don't even know about, which is cool. You did all these wonderful things. But again, none of that matters because indication that it's possible. Now all these people have left your side, and a video just circulated. What I don't like that he did do, and I watched him when it actually happened, when the first thing came out about Cassie, is that he started naming all these other people. I'm like, dude, what they got? They ain't called them, they calling you. So now that let me know what kind of person you are too. So you just snitching straight out. Like you can't just say you did it, stand on it. You can't be sitting up here acting like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I can't tell. Right now, I smell. Y'all already know what it is. Go ahead. He's scared.
I honestly think it's bigger than him in a lot of ways. So I think it's going to be other people that are named. You look at, you talked about the CEOs who already resigned from their jobs. I think that's a sign of more things to come. And so I think a lot is going to unfold. And I think he might even turn out to be a small fish in a big pond. So it's going to be interesting to see how this really unfolds.
Yeah, he gonna be the small fish, and then you know what they do? They sacrifice the smaller fish for the bigger one. So that's the whole thing. He has to be careful. Jeff Epstein, he end up, so they say, took his life, but he started doing the same thing. I think he was a small fish too in a bigger conglomerate of a story, because he had politicians and all these other people, and they were doing things that they ought not have done. What's the other dude name too? Harvey Weinstein, same thing. So what Sean has done is not uncommon. It's just unfortunate that you got sucked up, that you didn't have your own mind to say, I'm not going this route. I'm not going to do these things. You got the money can't be your reason why you did it, or because you wanted to be popular. It's a whole bunch of people that have a certain amount of wealth and fame that don't desecrate themselves just for a dollar or notoriety. You had a choice. You made a decision. So now you paying for all those decisions and all those choices, whether they true or not. It's the fact that somebody said it. And again, R. Kelly still sitting up there waiting on the court date that probably won't never come. They just coaxed him on in there, and now he's sitting up there and he's still doing time for stuff that we know that he did. And in that particular situation, I blame the parents for that, because they already knew what you doing, Tracy prancing your young daughter in front of a grown ass man, and then you leaving her with him because I want my baby to sing because she got a wonderful man. Y'all better miss me with all of that.
Y'all doing? Can I chime in?
Whether he innocent, guilty, it's not for me to say, because y'all know my saying. I have no heaven or no hell to put anybody in, including him. I just want that he has a fair trial, that you get all the evidence. And if it means that a lot more people got to get knocked down, then they got to get ready, because again, Y'all all grown. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. You knew what you signed up for. You can't say, I ain't know. Well, I ain't know the difference between right and wrong. We was all raised by parents at some point, whether it was your real parents, some foster parents, step parents, somebody reared you. And even if they didn't, it's an indicator in you that lives
You
that lets
can't
you know what the difference between right and wrong
you
is.
can't handle
And
the
that's my
fame.
piece on that.
He can't handle the fame.
Hmm.
P. Diddy cannot
Yeah,
handle the fame. And some
it's a lot
people,
of people can. Absolutely, there's a lot of people who
all
can,
that exposure
and
and
that is the
power,
thing.
something that you have to really understand and respect. I think that's what it boils down to. When I always said, our richness always comes from within me. I've never let anything define me per se. My daughter used to always say to me, she was 16 at the time. She says, if you ever win the lottery, the $1 billion lottery, it would never change you. And I think about that statement, and it all comes down to how you were raised. And there's some things that are fundamentally established by certain folks in your tribe. And I say your tribe, meaning a sense of there's people in your family that is not always going to be your tribe, but there's an order of things, right? People that you really resonate with, that really have grounded you. So it doesn't matter how much money you come into, you're always going to move in in a good space. You're not always going to be perfect, but there's going to be a conscience that's always going to be there with you.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that. And look, we getting ready to wrap it because it's about our time to go. But before we do, I'm going to move you and I'm going to move Miss Robinson back to the audience. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for lending your voices and your time. Before I give my last word, Wanda or Candace, do y'all have anything y'all like to say before we out?
I can't wait to see what next week holds because it's been exciting, and I think we'll have a lot more to talk about with the media. I think we talked about Shannon Sharp. I guess it was an accident. I still think I read something today that he was like gonna be like the #1 media thing of the year, just based on the work that he's doing outside of even what happened. So hopefully he continues to be a success.
Absolutely. I agree. The keeping in fashion. Thank you again. I know Phil just left, but thank you, Ivah. I appreciate you for being here. And again, y'all go copy our copy. Gullah from the heart. Y'all make sure y'all get it. Again, you can click the link. Go to our website. It'll take you to her. Again, you can get a hard copy because that's what I'm going to do. Go. I need to touch it because it's a cookbook. Or for those that are on the go, you can get the electronic version, however you get it. But definitely let's support, let's show love. And we appreciate y'all. So thank you again, Wanda, Candace, for being my partners in laughter and crime, honey, but not that kind. Okay. And thank you. I said Jay as Star Mama. Y'all, I appreciate y'all being here and lending y'all love, y'all energy, and y'all support. And now, a word from the wise, from moi. So we talked about a lot tonight, right? Liars, tyrants, and the media. So now you have to make a decision for yourself first. Do your research. If it's one takeaway, no matter what it is, no matter what you into, no matter how you do business, make sure you are doing your due diligence. Check all the checkers. As my granny used to say, dot your I's and cross your T's. Okay? That way you can't go wrong. And then get with some people, as my boy Phil said. Make sure your tribe is tight. Be with people that want to see you win, see you elevate to the next level, and not for any stretch of the imagination be the reason why you fall. But even if you happen to fall, but they willing to be right there to pick you up. And tyrants, just avoid them as much as you possibly can, because being the tyrant ain't even cool, because like I said on the beginning, a tyrant to me is another word for bully, somebody that's going to try to make you do and be a certain thing that you don't want to do or be. So make sure you stand on your business and stay away from those people that want to run you but not run with you. Trust me, there is a difference. And as far as the media goes, we got to take some things with a grain of salt. Some things are funny, like with the Shannon Sharp situation. I keyed a few times because I was like, okay, he doing his thug thistle. And then you got other stuff that just make you cry and make your heart bleed for people. And hopefully, to my Haitian brothers and sisters that are in Ohio, if y'all happen to listen, I hope y'all find solace and peace. I hope they leave y'all the F alone so y'all can go back to doing what y'all was doing in the first place, making a better way for you and your family. And people need to understand, if it's a culture of people that you don't know nothing about, read about it. And even better yet, why don't you befriend one of those or two of those and ask them the questions? You will be surprised that people will open up their hearts to you because they want to share their culture, they want to share their traditions and all the things. Don't assume because some, oh, okay, just said what he said on the stage. Again, do your own research. Have conversations with people. You'll be surprised what you will learn, not only about them, but you'll be even more surprised what you learn about yourself. Make sure that you always love, laugh, and laugh again. And we'll see y'all when we see y'all. Peace. Have a good night.